sir, Mr. Mayor. I have Mr. Michael Hargrove. Please state your name and your address. Remember, you just have 5 minutes to speak.
Yeah, Michael Hargrove, 12 Alice Street here in town. I was at last night's city planning session. Obviously, and you just brought up a couple more points about transparency in city business. My discussion really goes back to the board appointments, as well as I understand there's an ethics committee in the work as well. Is there some place you can go to find out things that happen in the city, like discussion on the board appointments and who's being nominated, what their qualifications are, things like that, as well as discussions boards anywhere from the city or sponsored by the city that has anything to do with people who are being nominated to the ethics committee, what their qualifications are, just basic information about the people you're putting in charge of trying to make responsible decisions on your behalf, it sounds like. I understand it's 10 or 12 members of the ethics committee now that are being discussed, and we've got a city commission that is 5 members. Does the commission need that much oversight on itself? Or does this involve other departments? Yeah, I get tired of hearing things through the grapevine. I get tired of reading about city business on Facebook. Because, if you see it on the internet, it's got to be true, right? No, not always. So I wish we could develop a little bit more transparency on things, on what you do leading up to decision making, other than the general planning session where there's very limited discussion on Monday nights, and it's not televised. I'd like to see more transparency on these things, and I think you know why. Asking commissioners to appoint their own members to supervise or oversee themselves is kind of like asking the inmates to set up their own rules for visitation rights and weekend furloughs. It's just, you're not going to get a good answer, or you're not going to get the needed answer all the time. So please give that some thought. Please give some thought to putting out more information on these people who are up for the board appointments. It's like the planning commission or the zoning appeals board. Are these people who are they good at city planning? Do they have real estate experience? What are their qualifications? Or are they just like political appointees? Anyway, something to think about. To Mr. Lockey's comment, several cases were heard.
We can't talk of any other person.
Anyway, it's up at the Georgia Supreme Court. Okay, FYI.